Hello YouTube, this is ChardarYGO playing some more Artifact Adventurer Sky Striker, freshly in gold rank. Standby main, we will lead on Water Enchantress, banish for cost, search right, turn on the cards so you can read them, not activate this Hornet Drones, activate right, summon our token, place the Fateful Adventure, activate Fateful Adventure, search Griffin, discard Gadarla, special the Griffin, activate Fateful Adventure. Does our opponent have an ogre? No. Equip the token. Opponent has something. Normal Ray. Summon Shizuku. Set Imperm. Go to the end phase. So far, I've been very impressed with this deck. Like, Sky Strikers and the Adventurer tokens, on paper, have, like, no synergy together. Like, they just completely cancel each other out. But the Engage gives you, like, such an absurd follow-up if your opponent cracks your board, where you almost always have 3 spells in hand. Our opponent has an Imperm on the Griffin. That's fine. We're not going to shuffle it back. We'll make you attack over it. Goes to main. Normal summons Deep Sea Diva. Well, we will Imperm Deep Sea Diva. That's a card. Opponent has a... Somebody uses their own Imperm and then negates ours. That's not fair. It's not very nice, opponent. Come on. Griffin doesn't shuffle back his cost, for better or worse. Our Imperm is negated. That's a Neptibus. Our opponent's playing... I was expecting this to be some kind of needle-fiber nonsense deck. Nope. Opponent dumps Dragoons, searches Dragoons, triggers Dragoons. We're most likely OTK'd here. Searches Lapis Dragon, activates Lapis Dragon. This is one of the... I think I tried to play this deck on stream, like, a long time ago, and Zach and I could just never figure out how it works. Alright, now opponent's going for Needle Fiber. Sure. How would you... Fishboard Launcher. How would you like to OTK us, opponent? There are many ways. Bujin Ashima. Okay, not a card I'm super familiar with. Summons Dragoons and Dragoons. Opponent's probably gonna makes Bahamut Shark. Ode Heaven Nibiru. Detach one. Summons a Toad. I'm assuming they're summoning a Toad, but okay, they are indeed summoning a Toad. Dragoons triggers. Searches Mulam Glacia with 5 Waters Engrave. Opponent has polished this combo pretty well. We lose our hand, so there goes our follow-up. Hilariously shrink our opponent's stuff for a minute. Activates the launcher. Special summons it back. Activates Moria. What could you possibly want to draw into? Puts back another Neptibus. Draws 3. Come on, opponent. Put us out of our misery. We are ready to die. Thinking on where they want to go from here. They have no shortage of options. I don't think anything they've done locks them into water monsters. Alright, nope. Summons a Boral Sword. I don't know if a Boral Sword does it because the token can't be destroyed by battle once. We will see. Attack Shizuku. Activates Boral Sword. Shrinks our stuff. We take 3k. Activate Ray. Notable, worth noting, we don't have a Kaina in our extra deck. Is the opponent gonna negate? Okay, opponent activates the Toad, sends itself, so that's one fewer attacker. Negates Ray, activates Toad, targets Dragoon, puts Dragoon back in hand. Now I think we almost certainly live. Opponent's really thinking through how they want to attack. Attacks the token. Doesn't die. So what's going to leave us? The Griffin. Boral Sword, target Mulan Glacia. Attacks the token. Token dies this time. And we are down a hand. Alright, so opponent... Well, I was about to concede, but... Does this do anything? I guess it depends if our opponent has a negate. Normal summon Rose. Make Kagari. Kagari target engage. Make Anaconda. Activate engage. Oh, come on, opponent. We're about to try to OTK our opponent with their own Boral Sword. Activate Fateful Adventure, search an Enchantress, discard Enchantress, activate Enchantress, search right. Activate right. Summon a token. Activate Anaconda, pay 2, dump Fusion Destiny. Dump Celestial and Dasher. Summon Destroyer Phoenix. Shrink our opponent's stuff. Go to battle. Opponent activates Boral Sword, switches it to defense. Obnoxious, but sure. Does this do anything when it dies? Why is it a check? Token, attack, Bujinki, Ahashima. Activate Destroyer Phoenix. Blow up Anaconda and Mulan Glacia. Main phase 2. Pass the turn. Opponent draws. Don't get to attack this turn though, so we're going to probably not blow up Boral Sword. See what else our opponent does. I'm amazed we are still in this game. Opponent has Teus, pitches Dragoons. Sure. Summons Teus, activates Dragoons. All good. Searches Abyssmander. I think it's hilarious that Abyssmander sees play in these like crazy water combo decks now, because when Abyssmander first came out, it was absolutely a laughing stock. Like no one played the card, but it was hilarious how bad this card was. Right, opponent really thinking through their options. They have many search targets. Down to the red hourglass though, so have to hurry up. They search Megalo. Activates Megalo. Discards Mander and Infantry. Cool that some of the original Atlanteans are seeing play. Summons Megalo. Puts Infantry on chain 1. Mandatory effect. See what they target. Target strike. Well, that's going to die anyway, so I don't know about that. Activate Destroyer Phoenix on chain 3. Blow up itself. Blow up Megalo. Opponent searches Abyss Scale. We activate Destroyer Phoenix. Opponent activates Scale, targeting Teus. Goes to the end phase. And concedes. I wonder if our opponent didn't realize that he didn't get a battle phase that turn. Mulan Glacier is a busted card, but it has one really extreme drawback. Alright, do we have anything for this matchup? They are almost certainly going first. Lancia's our only hand trap in the side, and it doesn't do anything against this deck, so I think we keep it how it is. Yeah, run it back. Would like to probably go down the tactics, but okay. Nibiru is a card. Opponent definitely gets to 5 summons before they get to the Bahamut Shark. Well, unless they activate Blue Tenyi. Okay, they're normally Diva, so Nib should definitely be good. Gets Neptibus, sure. Activates Neptibus, dump Dragoon, search Dragoon, trigger Dragoon. Dragoon is a card ahead of its time. It reminds me of Pantheism of the Monarchs, about how if this card were designed today, there's 0 chance this card would not be. Alright, summons Needle Fiber. Would not be a hard once per turn. Summons the Needle Fiber. Activates the launcher. Do we nib here? If we nib here, opponent can still go off from their hand. But if we don't, they can go into Appaloosa. I guess we have Imperm, so Appaloosa is fine. We will see how many resources they're willing to burn. If they just make Appaloosa, we can Imperm it. If they just make Appaloosa, we can Imperm it. Activates launcher. Summons launcher. 5 water engrave. Summons Mulan Glacier. Don't really have a way to imperm both. What else can they go into though? So imperm Mula Glacia. I'm not. So we know they have a Dragoon in hand. I'm not sure how much further they can combo. Alright, sets a card. If they just try to pass, we're going to activate this Nib, Shrink Appaloosa. Opponent is about to move to next phase. We activate Nibiru. Opponent negates, but we get to keep our cards, so that's good. We draw Foolish Burial. How do we do this? Because we want... Maybe we want everything. We have to shrink this one more before we can attack over it. But we also would like to keep Water Enchantress. Maybe we're not that lucky. Activate Foolish. Dump the Water Enchantress. Opponent thinking. Opponent has called by for the Enchantress. Sure. So we get to activate Hornet Drone, summon a token, normal Ray. Not use the effective Ray. Summon Hayate. Go to battle. Ray attack launcher. Hayate attack directly. Activate Hayate. Opponent negates. Main phase 2. Summon Kagari. Activate Kagari, target Hornet. Opponent negates. And now we should be in the clear. Summon Anaconda. Pay 2,000. Dump Fusion Destiny. Celestials in our hand, because of course, why wouldn't it be? Activate Destroyer Phoenix, blow up Self, blow up Mulan Glacia, activate Destroyer Phoenix, and pass the turn. Opponent draws, standby, we get back Destroyer Phoenix. Opponent can't attack again, so I think once again we hold off as long as possible. Unless our opponent like tries to Big Eye, take Destroyer Phoenix, I think it's about the only thing that would make us give it up. Summons Neptibit. Blowing up Neptibus is pretty good. Activate Destroyer Phoenix, blow up Self and Neptibus. Activate Destroyer Phoenix. Opponent can't attack anyway. What's the worst that could happen? And opponent scoops it up. Okay. Cannot play through Destroyer Phoenix. That's the second match in a row with this deck where Destroyer Phoenix has just carried us completely. Well, GG opponent.